Good afternoon everybody and welcome to week 2 of our clubs. I really hope you enjoyed your club last week and played your game all week with your friends and family. I hope you are all safe and well and I hope you are looking forward to the next club that we are doing today. We are going to be focusing, as we said last week, on our throwing and rolling underarm. This week I've got an exciting game called In the Box. You may have played it before, but this is going to help us with our target practice. As I said last time, throughout the video I'll ask you to pause it at times so that you can get equipment, you can have a drink, or so you can go and practice by yourself. Remember guys, we are really focusing on our personal best and not giving up even if things get hard. So, I hope you enjoyed today. Get yourself ready. Next thing you're going to see is our warm-up. Enjoy the club, guys. Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to week 2 of our online clubs. Now, last week we were focusing on our underarm rolling and we were playing a game of skill. I really hope that you had lots of fun with that game. This week we're going to continue with that theme of our underarm throwing, okay? And we've got a fun game to play with by yourself or with people around your house. Before we get started though, we need to get our heart racing, we need to get ourselves warm, we need to get ourselves ready for some physical activity. So, what I would like us to do is the bean game again. Now, we did lots of beans last week. Okay, we did our runner bean, we did our string bean, we did our broad bean, we did our baked bean, we did our jelly bean, our jumping bean, we did our French bean, and we went ooh la la, and my favourite one, can you remember what it is? Yes, you got it, my Mexican bean, arriba, arriba! So, we're going to get ourselves warm, make sure you've got some space, make sure that we don't hit anything, okay, have a little look around. Is it safe to work on our activity? It is? Excellent, let's get started then guys. So, let's start off nice and easy with our runner bean. On the spot guys, runner bean, runner bean. Keep going, runner bean, jumping bean. Broad bean, runner bean, jelly bean, runner bean, jumping bean, baked bean, runner bean, baked bean, broad bean, runner bean, string bean, runner bean, broad bean, baked bean, broad bean, broad bean. Caught you out again. Okay, ready, let's go again. Jumping bean, French bean, ooh la la, Mexican bean, arriba arriba, Mexican bean, arriba arriba, runner bean, jumping bean, runner bean, jumping bean, runner bean, jumping bean, broad bean, string bean, broad bean, string bean, broad bean, baked bean, broad bean, string bean, broad bean. Caught you out again. Okay, hold it there, remember. If we get a little bit out of breath, what do? Excellent. Hands behind our head. Breathe through our nose, out through our mouth. Good. Okay. What I would like you to do now, I want you to think about another bean that we might be able to do. Okay? And then I want you to play the game for another 4 minutes. Runner beans, jumping beans, baked beans, broad beans, string beans, jelly beans, all of the beans. I want you to have practice get your parents at home to join in, your brothers, your sisters, even see if you can get your cat or your dog to play with you. When you come back, you should be nice and warm and ready for our activities. You can press pause, or you can go back and watch me do the beginning of the warm-up and join in that way, or you can just play with your family at home. When you come back, we're going to get into our lesson. See you on the other side, guys. Okay, I hope you're nice and warm, and I hope you enjoyed your warm-up game. So, we're going to continue with the theme of being able to throw or roll underarm. A couple of tips from last week when we are holding an object is our dead spider. If we remember our spider here, incy wincy, crawling around, that helps us with our overarm throw. We want to do some underarm throw, so we're going to use dead spider. That way we can hold it in our hand, okay, and then we're ready to roll. Can you remember what I did with my head? Can you remember? Tell me. Yes, correct. Make sure we're looking forward, looking at our target, okay? We don't want to be looking up. We don't want to be looking down, okay? We want to make sure that we are looking at our target. What about my legs? What am I going to do with my legs? Is it a good way to stand like this? Or like this? Like this? This way? Yes. Opposite arm and opposite leg. Now, Mr. Anderson is right-handed, so I will hold my object that I am throwing or rolling in my right hand, and my left foot will be forward, facing where I want it to go. Okay? I will then throw or roll underarm. Remember, we can use our opposite hand to point at our target to add extra accuracy to our throwing. So, I'm going to demonstrate our game. We're going to play, just like last time. We're going to play our game. We're going to see how many points we can get. We're going to have a bit of fun. Okay? Then we'll have some practice time, and then we'll see if we can play the game again and see if we can get better at our throwing. So, this is our game. It's called In the Box. Now, Mr. Anderson hasn't got any boxes. I've got some hoops. You can use anything you want, okay? If you look over here, it will give you a list of equipment that you need for this activity, okay? So, when we get ready to go and play the game, you can pause it, you can go and get that equipment, okay? Right now, doesn't matter, you can have a little listen. So, as I said, you can use boxes, hoops, mats, pillows, any type of target that you could throw to. And we need 3 of them, okay? Miss Anderson's got 3 here. I've got 1. There's 1. There's 2. And there's 3. Mr. Anderson has put some numbered cones next to the hoop. So I've got 1, I have 3, and I have 5. And they represent the points, okay? 1 point, 3 points, and 5 points. So we're going to work a little bit on our maths today as well, because we're going to have to be adding up as we go along, okay? So the game is a target game. You've got 3 beanbags. Doesn't matter if you haven't got beanbags. My favourite thing to use at home are some socks. Not smelly ones though, don't take the ones you've got on now. I want you to go and get 3 pairs of socks that are clean, okay, and they're already bunched up and rolled up so that you can throw them, okay? So, this is how the game looks. I put up my 3 boxes, or my hoops, or my targets, whichever one it is. 1, 2, and 3, and then 3 steps away. 1, 2, 3. I am now going to try and throw my beanbag underarm into the hoop and see how many points I get, okay? Remembering my success criteria, foot forward, opposite, dead spider, pointing, and throw. 1 point. We can go for 1 point all the time just to get a practice. Oh, not hard enough. Oh. Okay. How many points did Mr. Anderson get after his 3 throws? Yes, I got 1 point. Okay? Because it landed inside. You can have your brother, your sister, your mum, your dad, anybody that's in your house can play the game with you. Then they can have a go. Let's see how many points they can get. So they can have a go. They might go for the next one, or even the furthest one. Now, that doesn't count. I got 3 in this one, but this one doesn't count because it wasn't inside my hoop, okay? So, that is our game for today. It's called In the Box. I want you to have a go with your family or by yourself. Remember, we always focus on our personal best, okay? And see if you can get better each time you play the game, okay? Thoughts for the day. What do I do each time I throw my beanbag so that it can go further or so that I can reach a target that I haven't reached before? Okay? If I'm always getting 1, what can I do differently so that I can get it into 3 or into 5? Okay? Using your pen and paper, you can add up your score, okay? Try it 5 times, 5 different rounds, okay? And each time see if you can get a better score each time. Okay guys, have fun. Remember, press pause. You can go and get the equipment, which I'll put up again for you now. It's right here. Once you've got your equipment, you can go and play the game. Then you can come back and we'll have another practice with throwing underarm. Good luck guys, have fun. Okay, welcome back. I hope you enjoyed that. Mr. Anderson had a little play himself. I got quite a few points. I found it really, really tricky to get it into the number 5 points. I kept throwing it too hard, or I didn't throw it hard enough. I didn't throw it high enough, okay? So, what we're going to do now is we're going to have a little practice on remembering how to throw underarm. Now, last week we did rolling, okay? We wanted to make sure that our ball rolled along the floor, okay? It's a little bit different when we are throwing because the beanbag or your sock or whatever you are using to throw has to go in the air. If we throw too high, okay, it will be out of control. So we're going to make sure we throw it the right height, we throw it the right distance, and we throw it with the right amount of power. Okay? So, what I want you to do, okay, is you're only going to use one of your objects. Okay? I've got one beanbag. Okay? And the first thing we want to practice is how high we can throw it. Okay? We don't want to hit the ceiling. We only want, at the moment, our beanbag to come up to our head. Okay, so you're going to stand still, holding your beanbag, underarm, remember, dead spider, 1 foot forward, and you're going to throw up and down, up and down. Okay, bring your arm back, up and down. That's one of the things that I want you to practice, number 1, okay? If you've got somebody to play with, a brother, a sister, mum, dad, auntie, uncle, nan, grandma, whoever it is, okay? Can you practice catch with them, okay? One of them can stand 3 or 4 steps apart, okay? And can you play catch? This is to help us with accuracy, okay? And to make sure that we get it to where we want it to go, okay? So we can throw it and the other person can catch and throw it back, and then they can try and move, okay? So they can go a bit further back. Okay, they might move to the side, okay? I want you to have a little experiment and see how you can throw to somebody accurately, okay? Once you've done that, okay, it's about making sure that we can get our beanbag to land where we want it to land, okay? So using your boxes, instead of having them one in front of the other, you're going to pop them side to side like this, and then you're going to try and get them in, okay? And I want you to experiment with how high you throw them, okay? So you could start really low. That one didn't work very well. It could be that you go quite high. Not too sure, okay? Try in the middle. That one was pretty good. So I want you to have a little practice and think about how you throw your beanbag, the weight of your throw, okay? We don't want to throw it too hard because then it will go too far. We don't want to throw it too softly, then it won't go far enough, okay? Experiment with how hard you throw that. You could practice with somebody, as I said with number 2, okay? Practice throwing it up and down, okay? Just so that you get used to bringing your arm back, up, okay? Like that, all right? So guys, press pause, get practicing, okay? And then I'll see you on the other side and we'll get going again with our game, okay? See you in a moment. Okay, welcome back guys. I hope you had fun practicing, okay? And seeing if you can get really good at that throwing underarm, okay? What I would like you to do now is we're going to go back to playing the game. We're going to have a look at the bit of paper that you've got, have a look at your scores, okay, over the 5 games that you played, okay? Have a look at your score. Don't worry about anybody else, have a look at your score. What are you aiming for this time, okay? Set yourself a target, okay, for the first game, all right? Then I want you to go and play it, see if you can beat that score, all right? Remembering the weight of throw. Think about how hard you are throwing the beanbag or the socks or the ball or whatever it is that you are throwing, okay? And think about where it's going to land, all right? So, Mr. Anderson, going to get back. Remember the last time, the first game that you played, I only got 1 point. The second game I played, I only got 3 points. So I'm going to now aim to get at least 4 points out of my 3 beanbags, okay? Let's see what I can do. So, thinking about my success criteria, opposite leg forward, okay? Pointing at my target, I'm going to aim for the 3rd one, 3 points, okay? I'm going to aim for 3 points. I'm pointing, I'm looking at my target, dead spider, underarm. Yes! That's 3 points. Remember I said I want to get 4. So what number should I go for now? If I want to get 4 points, what am I aiming for? Yes, I want to aim for 1. Let's see if I can get 1. Oh, I missed. Okay. Am I going to give up? No, I've got 1 more beanbag. Let's see if I can get it in. Let's see if I can beat my target. Yeah! Wow. That makes me feel really good. That makes me feel like I've been successful because I beat my target. I tried, I didn't give up, I kept going, even though the second beanbag didn't make it, okay? I kept on trying. Same for you guys at home, okay? Keep trying with all your work, not just your PE lesson, but lots of you are now at home doing all your online learning, okay? And it will get tricky sometimes, but there's lots of people around that can help. Use your Google Classroom, use your teachers around you and their phone calls and stuff to help you with your work, okay? So, what I would like you to do now, have a go at the game again, see if you can beat your score, and then I would like you to have a bit of time for reflection. When we come back, we'll discuss that, okay? So, have fun with the game. Remember, our personal best. Can you beat your score? Think about how it makes you feel, and we'll talk in a moment. See you in a moment, guys. Okay, I hope you were successful in beating your score. But it doesn't matter if you didn't, okay? If you didn't beat your score, I want you to now reflect. I want you to have a bit of time to think about what did you do that meant you didn't beat your score. Is it because you had a really high score in the first place and it was really difficult to beat it? You might have all 3 beanbags got into number 5. So that's 15 points. You can't beat 15 points, that's the highest score you can get, okay? So what would you do next? What would be your challenge? Okay? Remember, we always apply step. S stands for space. T stands for task. E stands for equipment. And P stands for people. In this game, we can change our space. So we can be further away. And that will be a new challenge. We could add more targets, we could change the scores of the targets, we can make our targets further away. We could change our equipment, it may be a ball this time, it could be something a bit heavier, a bit lighter, it could be a bit smaller, a bit bigger, okay? You could change the task, where you are trying to get it into different targets, okay? There's lots of different things that you can do, and it could be the people as well, okay? You could maybe have a race. If you and another person are playing the game together, you could have a race and see who can get the highest score in the quickest time. And there would be lots of different challenges, okay? But one of the things that I really want you guys to think about now, okay, is how the activities make you feel, okay? Do they make you feel really good, okay? Or do you if you don't like them, does it make you feel sad? Does it make you feel unhappy? Does it make you feel horrible? Okay? And if so, why? What can you do differently to change? What can you do to change it? Okay? I also want you to think about meaning. Okay? What does it mean to you to be successful? What does it mean to be physically active? Okay? These are some of the things that we're going to explore over the next few weeks. Okay? So, I hope you had lots of fun today. Remember, you can play this game as many times as you want. You can play last week's game. The videos are here, okay? You can click and play whenever you want, alright? Especially now that you are at home, okay? Mr. Anderson will be putting out videos for the rest of the week, but you can always come back to these videos and you can play these games whenever you want. Okay, it is a part of being physically active, and it's a game just for you to get better at throwing underarm. So, I hope you guys have fun. Stay safe, stay well, stay active, and I will see you next week for a new game to help us practice with our underarm throwing and rolling